What's up, everybody? Alex, Rusher 411, guys. How's everybody doing? 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday, guys, and hopefully everybody is on the streets already, like myself. Hopefully everybody has planned the day and tomorrow for all the events going on, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on here in Los Angeles, and hopefully everybody is gonna make a lot of money. Today, guys, I want to bring you guys something very, very interesting. All right, so have you guys noticed that there's a lot of stuff going on every time you guys have a complaint regarding Uber, regarding Lyft? Every time, for example, you have a complaint towards a trip and you send a complaint with Uber, and then another message comes through and says, okay, well, thank you for reaching, this and that. Somebody will get back to you, or automatically that message gives you another message, right? Okay, so everybody thinks that these messages are being sent by people sitting in a desk or sitting, in like, for example, I will call them, before we used to call them like help desk, buildings where there's a whole bunch of people just answering phones, complaints, giving advices. Well, not anymore, guys. So this is the topic for today: artificial intelligence. Do you guys know what that is? You guys gonna be surprised, because there's a lot of stuff going on out there, and we have to cover ourselves as drivers, because Uber is using artificial intelligence. That means that they got computers making decisions for people that they don't want to be involved in it. So this is why a lot of people are getting deactivated just for a complaint from a customer, just for a bad ride that probably this customer will probably just made up. Okay, and as soon as they send this complaint, the system will probably read the message, probably send it to another server. This server will read it again, and it will take an action from there. Okay, and the worst thing that it can happen to a driver is get deactivated. And trust me, after you guys read the article that I'm gonna drop in the description, you guys gonna see that most of the deactivations are being made by AI, artificial intelligence, guys. And it's here, and I don't care if you don't think that it's happening, but after you read the article and after you watch the second video that I'm attaching to this one, you guys can understand a little bit more what these companies are doing. So my advice to you out there, to every single driver: if you don't have a dash cam, cover yourselves. Grab yourself a dash cam, even the cheapest dash cam that you can find anywhere. Just put it on, because it might be a good tool if a passenger puts a complaint towards you. Okay, cover your butt. Okay, cover your butt 1, 2, 3, I don't care how many times, but just be there, be advised, because there's a lot of BS going on. If you ever think that a person is gonna put a complaint towards you because they saying that you are under an influence of drinking, smoking, or anything like that, you guys need to rush the closest place and take a drug test. It's gonna probably cost you $50, $60, but you guys have to do it on the spot, okay? Because that might help you to get activated again. If that person or that passenger puts a complaint towards you saying that you were probably falling asleep because you were drunk, or you were under the influence on smoking or anything like that, that's my advice to you. If you get one of those messages from Uber and you say, hey, we're putting your account on hold because you gotta complain for this and that. As soon as you read that message, you better hell ass to one of those places, take a drug test, and have that exactly on your hands. Make sure it is dated, make sure there's a time in there, and make sure that the person that did it is a certified person doing the test. Okay, don't let anybody just give you a paper and that person that took the test is not certified. All right, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Ring the little bell down there so you guys can know every time I upload the video. You guys go read the description, the full article. All right, it's a lot of info regarding Uber, what Uber is doing regarding artificial intelligence. All right, the article will tell you what they're using it for, what subjects, what part of the system is doing it, and which are not. And the video will explain you a little bit more what AI is, so you guys can understand a little bit more, and you guys put the article and the video together, and you guys will have more info so you guys can drive in a safe zone. Besides that, guys, take care of yourselves. It's Saturday. Make a lot of money. Don't take no BS for nobody, but always cover your butt. Until the next video, you guys take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys then.
Every day, a large portion of the population is at the mercy of a rising technology, yet few actually understand what it is. Artificial intelligence. You know, HAL 9000 and Marvin the Paranoid Android. Thanks to books and movies, each generation has formed its own fantasy of a world ruled, or at least served, by robots. We've been conditioned to expect flying cars that steer clear of traffic and robotic maids whipping up our weekday dinner. But if the age of AI is here, why don't our lives look more like the Jetsons? Well, for starters, that's a cartoon. And really, if you've ever browsed Netflix movie suggestions or told Alexa to order a pizza, you're probably interacting with artificial intelligence more than you realize. And that's kind of the point. AI is designed so you don't realize there's a computer calling the shots. But that also makes understanding what AI is and what it's not a little complicated. In basic terms, AI is a broad area of computer science that makes machines seem like they have human intelligence. So it's not only programming a computer to drive a car by obeying traffic signals, but it's when that program also learns to exhibit signs of human-like road rage. As intimidating as it may seem, this technology isn't new. Actually, for the past half a century, it's been an idea ahead of its time. The term artificial intelligence was first coined back in 1956 by Dartmouth professor John McCarthy. He called together a group of computer scientists and mathematicians to see if machines could learn like a young child does, using trial and error to develop formal reasoning. The project proposal says they'll figure out how to make machines use language, form abstractions and concepts, solve kinds of problems now reserved for humans, and improve themselves. That was more than 60 years ago. Since then, AI has remained for the most part in university classrooms and super-secret labs. But that's changing. Like all exponential curves, it's hard to tell when a line that's slowly ticking upwards is going to skyrocket. But during the past few years, a couple of factors have led to AI becoming the next big thing. First, huge amounts of data are being created every minute. In fact, 90% of the world's data has been generated in the past 2 years. And now, thanks to advances in processing speeds, computers can actually make sense of all this information more quickly. Because of this, tech giants and venture capitalists have bought into AI and are infusing the market with cash and new applications. Very soon, AI will become a little less artificial and a lot more intelligent. Now the question is, should you brace yourself for yet another Terminator movie live on your city streets? Not exactly. In fact, stop thinking of robots. When it comes to AI, a robot is nothing more than the shell concealing what's actually used to power the technology. That means AI can manifest itself in many different ways. Let's break down the options. First, you have your bots. They're text-based and incredibly powerful, but they have limitations. Ask a weather bot for the forecast, and it will tell you it's partly cloudy with a high of 57. But ask that same bot what time it is in Tokyo, and it'll get a little confused. That's because the bot's creator only programmed it to give you the weather by pulling from a specific data source. Natural language processing makes these bots a bit more sophisticated. When you ask Siri or Cortana where the closest gas station is, it's really just translating your voice into text, feeding it to a search engine, and reading the answer back in human syntax. So in other words, you don't have to speak in code. At the far end of the spectrum is machine learning, and honestly, it's one of the most exciting areas of AI. Like a human, a machine retains information and becomes smarter over time. But unlike a human, it's not susceptible to things like short-term memory loss, information overload, sleep deprivation, and distractions. But how do these machines actually learn? Well, while it may be easy for a human to know the difference between a cat and a dog, for a computer, not so much. You see, when you're only considering physical appearance, the difference between cats and dogs can be a little gray. You can say cats have pointed ears and dogs have floppy ears, but those rules aren't universal. Between tail length, fur texture, and color, there are a lot of options, and that means a lot of tedious rules someone would have to program manually to help a computer spot the difference. But remember, machine learning is about making machines learn like humans, and like any toddler, that means they have to learn by experience. With machine learning, programs analyze thousands of examples to build an algorithm. It then tweaks the algorithm based on if it achieves its goal. Over time, the program actually gets smarter. That's how machines like IBM's Watson can diagnose cancer, compose classical symphonies, or crush Ken Jennings at Jeopardy! Some programs even mimic the way the human brain is structured, complete with neural networks that help humans, and now machines, solve problems. Generations have long imagined the ramifications of AI, visualizing a society where machines seek revenge and wreak havoc on human society. However, the more logical and pressing question is, how will AI affect your job? Will it make your work obsolete? Just like the Industrial Revolution, it's not human versus machine, it's human and machine versus problem. The point is that artificial intelligence helps you accomplish more in less time, taking on the repetitive tasks of your job while you master the strategy and relationships. That way, humans can do what they do best: be human.